Everyone knows about this game, and most likely everyone's played it. The 3DS version just came out in Japan and North America, and the Wii U version is just right around the corner. With surprise announcements such as Pac-Man and Mega Man, the possibilities are endless. The experts here at GamerU started to debate on what characters we would like to see in the new Smash Bros. Game, and after much back and forth, we realized that all of the characters featured in Super Smash Bros. Were at one point on a Nintendo console, which helped us come up with this roster. Here are the top 10 characters we'd love to see in Super Smash Bros. Number 10, Boy from A Boy and His Blob. Boy was a star of a classic game from the NES generation that later had an updated remake for the Wii. Boy could have some amazing combos utilizing the transformation powers of his blob. Such a moveset would serve as a great foil to the new Rosalina and Luma. Recovering from a fall with the blob as a parachute or attacking with the blob cannon, which would be so much fun. Number 9, Beautiful Joe. This witty superhero does well in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but he would do better in Super Smash Bros. His cartoon look and lovable personality would have made him a perfect fit with all the cute Nintendo characters. In the game, he could have strong air combos, cool moves that use weapons straight from Beautiful Joe, and his Super Smash could involve his giant mech. Number 8, Simon Belmont from the Castlevania series. The NES had many famous third-party titles that are just as legendary as their first-party titles, and one that stands out the most is Castlevania. Simon Belmont was the first vampire slayer out of this famous lineage, and his reputation precedes that of Dracula himself. His awesome whip can hit in all directions, and his special moves would involve the different magic items he acquired throughout Castlevania. Smash Bros. Is full of classic characters, so why not add this guy too? Number 7, Donkey Kong Jr. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong made their way into this famous fighting game, but what about Donkey Kong Jr.? The original son tried to save his father from the evil Mario in the arcades, and is ready to join the fight. This adorable guy can throw barrels, jump high, and punch his way through many obstacles just like his daddy can. The game is full of character variations like young Link, so he could be a smaller and cuter clone of Donkey Kong. Number 6, Samurai Goroh from F-Zero. Captain Falcon is the only character from the F-Zero games. All the other Nintendo franchises have multiple characters from their game in Super Smash Bros., so why not have Captain Falcon's rival, Samurai Goroh? This samurai bandit brings more flair and can play heavy like Wario did during Super Smash Bros. Brawl. He would definitely not be a Captain Falcon clone, but just imagine the epic fight they would have on the stage. Number 5, Gino from Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. This lovable doll appeared only in the famous Super Mario RPG and hasn't made an appearance in anything else. While other characters from very vague games made their spotlight in the Smash Bros. Series, Gino is sitting in on the closet of some basement to never see the light of day again. He deserves more than that since he had such a vital part in Mario's first RPG. It's time to call him from the bench. Number 4, Terra from Final Fantasy VI. We all know Final Fantasy as being the biggest JRPG to ever come out of the East, but many aren't aware that it initially started on Nintendo platforms. Out of the hundreds of characters that are featured in the beloved franchise, Terra stood out the most. This amnesiac warrior went through the biggest evolution of all the characters, and as a magic user, we imagine Terra using all the different spells and summons that the series is famous for. Number 3, Goemon from the Legend of Mystical Ninja series. Goemon is a popular character in Japan, but more importantly, the Mystical Ninja has found a home on every Nintendo platform except GameCube. With such a large backstory on both RPG and platforming elements in the original games, Goemon has some fantastic moveset possibilities to contribute. Let's hope we can see the cutest ninja return to the fight. Number 2, Bombur Man. This cute little guy is the master of the exploding arts. He really stood out during the old retro era on Bomberman 64 was the bomb, pun intended. His bomb arsenal is the obvious part. Maybe it'll play like Link's bomb move, but he could have different kinds of options like pumping up his bomb size and power. He could have different kinds of bombs that are similar to the special bombs he used in the game, and even use them for jumping. This guy would make an explosive entrance to the ever-popular game franchise. Number 1, Banjo Kazooie. If there's one game that defined the N64 more than Super Mario 64, it's Banjo Kazooie. Even though this puzzle collecting duo found new residence with Microsoft, Banjo Kazooie could easily stand out in this game. The moveset easily covers a smooth glide through the air, quick switch between weapons, and even the ability to knock opponents across the screen with an amazing bear punch. Also, having the option to switch between Banjo and Kazooie would add an extra strategic element to make this character one of the deepest you'd find in any game. Plus, they're both just lovable characters. Come back next week for another Top 10 right here at GamerU.